Imagine waking up one morning to find that the lifeblood of your everyday life, gas, is no longer available. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, this is the alarming reality we might be facing soon. Just recently, Canada has taken a drastic step to cut off gas exports to the United States. This decision is not just a headline, it's a wake-up call for all of us. The US and Canada have enjoyed a stable energy relationship for decades, with Canada being our largest supplier of natural gas. This trade has been the backbone of our energy security, ensuring that our homes are warm in the winter and our industries keep running. But now, this very foundation is at risk. The recent imposition of a 25% tariff on Canadian imports has ignited tensions, leading to Canada's shocking decision. So, what does this mean for you and me? Well, the consequences are far-reaching and immediate. Natural gas prices are expected to skyrocket, hitting our wallets hard. Energy companies are scrambling to find alternative sources, but the heavy reliance on Canadian gas means we could face potential shortages. Imagine the impact on our daily lives: higher heating bills, increased costs of goods and services, and the looming fear of energy insecurity. But the ripple effect doesn't stop there. This move by Canada could trigger a broader economic crisis. As the relationship between our two nations becomes strained, other trade sectors may also suffer. The interconnectedness of our economies means that any disruption can have a cascading effect, leading to uncertainty and instability. This isn't just a political tussle, it's a crisis that demands immediate attention. The US government and energy companies are already exploring solutions. From increasing domestic production to seeking new suppliers and investing in renewable energy, every option is on the table. But these are not overnight fixes. The road ahead is long and fraught with challenges. As we navigate this crisis, one thing is clear: our energy policies must evolve. This situation has exposed the vulnerabilities in our supply chains and underscored the need for diversification. It's time to rethink our strategies and build a more resilient energy future. Our reliance on Canadian natural gas has been a cornerstone of our energy strategy for many years. This dependable supply has allowed us to keep energy costs relatively low and stable. However, the recent tariff imposition by the US government has drastically altered this dynamic. The 25% tariff on all Canadian imports was intended to protect domestic industries, but it has inadvertently strained our relationship with our northern neighbor. Canada's decision to cut off gas exports is not just a retaliation, it's a statement. It's a clear message that trade policies have real and immediate consequences. For Canada, this move is about safeguarding their economic interests and ensuring that they are not taken advantage of in trade negotiations. For the US, it's a stark reminder of how interconnected and interdependent our economies truly are. The immediate impact on the US energy sector is profound. Natural gas prices are already on the rise, and this is just the beginning. As energy companies scramble to find alternative sources, the cost of energy is expected to increase significantly. This will have a direct impact on consumers, who will see higher heating bills and increased costs for goods and services. The fear of energy insecurity is now a reality, and it's one that we must address urgently. But the implications go beyond the energy sector. This crisis could trigger a broader economic downturn. The interconnectedness of our economies means that disruptions in one sector can quickly spread to others. The strained relationship between the US and Canada could lead to further trade disruptions, affecting industries that rely on cross-border commerce. This could result in job losses, decreased economic growth, and increased uncertainty. The US government and energy companies are not standing idly by. They are actively exploring solutions to mitigate the impact of Canada's decision. One approach is to increase domestic production of natural gas. The US has significant natural gas reserves, and tapping into these resources could help offset the loss of Canadian imports. However, this is not a quick fix. Increasing domestic production takes time and investment, and it may not fully replace the lost supply from Canada. Another approach is to seek new suppliers. The global energy market is vast, and there are other countries that produce natural gas. However, establishing new trade relationships and infrastructure to import gas from these countries is a complex and time-consuming process. It may provide a long-term solution, but it will not address the immediate crisis. Investing in renewable energy is also a critical part of the solution. The current crisis underscores the need for a diversified energy portfolio that reduces our reliance on any single source or country. Renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, and hydroelectric power offer the potential for energy security and sustainability. By accelerating investments in these technologies, we can build a more resilient energy future. The diplomatic efforts to resolve this crisis are also underway. Both the US and Canada have a vested interest in maintaining a stable and mutually beneficial relationship. Diplomatic negotiations are essential to finding a resolution that addresses the concerns of both countries and restores the flow of natural gas. These negotiations are complex and require careful balancing of economic, political, and strategic interests. As we navigate this crisis, it's important to recognize the broader lessons it teaches us about energy security and resilience. This situation has exposed the vulnerabilities in our supply chains and the risks of over-reliance on a single source. It highlights the need for a diversified energy strategy that includes domestic production, multiple international suppliers, and renewable energy sources. Building a resilient energy future is not just about addressing the immediate crisis. It's about laying the foundation for a sustainable and secure energy landscape for generations to come. This requires a long-term vision, strategic investments, and a commitment to innovation. It also requires collaboration between the government, industry, and the public to support and drive these efforts. In conclusion, the decision by Canada to cut off gas exports to the United States is a wake-up call. It's a reminder that our energy security cannot be taken for granted and that trade policies have real and immediate consequences. The road ahead is challenging, but it's also an opportunity to rethink and reshape our energy strategy. By increasing domestic production, seeking new suppliers, investing in renewable energy, and engaging in diplomatic negotiations, we can build a more resilient and sustainable energy future. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Canada-US gas import crisis. As the situation continues to evolve, we'll keep you updated with the latest developments and expert insights. Like, share, and subscribe to your channel name for more in-depth analysis on global issues. Remember, knowledge is power, and together we can weather this